Okay, hello everyone, I'm Zero Joshua Gaming, and today I'm playing White Knights 2. So the last time I played this game, I was scaring the shit out of my friends. So today, I'm going to show you what the game is about. It's, how should I say, it was made in 2017. I mean, that's a fair bit of time away, but honestly, I love the game, my friends love the game, but the sad part is that I've found out is that this game is like, as gamers would like to say, dead. I don't like that word, it feels negative and I hate that word, but still, it's a dead game. What that means is no one really plays it much. In fact, no one really actually plays it at all, except me and my friends. And I have seen some games online, but it's not that many people, so that's why I want to bring this game back on top, or at least get enough so that people can start playing again. It's not too expensive, it's actually pretty cheap, but it's still fun, and I enjoy it. And I really want it to like come back on top. Well, not on top, it probably wasn't ever on top, but still, I want it to be at least popular enough that it will get a lot of people playing it, which makes it more fun. And then if more people get to play it, and developers, if they haven't given up on the game, if they've noticed, then maybe they'll bring out some new cool shit. And I honestly want that, which I really do want that, but still. I'll just go through how the game works. Let's see, how much time has passed? Oh, not that long, huh? Let me check again. It's been about 1 minute. Let's see, how play. Let's go with how play. Oh, tutorial? No. Wait. Ah, fucking hell, it's such a hard choice. It's such a hard choice indeed. No, let's go with the tutorial videos first because it will then tell you what this game is about. We'll start with the investigators, and I'm going to keep quiet so you can listen in and you can basically, you know, figure out for yourself, I guess. But I will explain how it works from my perspective. Or, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, there we go. So that was the investigators. Next on is the creatures. My favorite, honestly, I love creatures. And later on, I'll show you my favorite character I use for both, you know, sides, creatures and investigators, and I'll show you how they work. But I might show you how they work in a different video because it may take a long time. So for now, I'm just going to show you how the game works. Then I'll show you the character, like tutorials, like as in I'll show you. It's hard to fucking. I'll show you the overview for the characters in the next video. For now, we're doing tutorials. Well, there you go, that's creatures. On to ghosts this time. That was ghosts. Now these ones below, these are different from the three up top because these names are actually the names of the creatures. The top three below, or these three here, are DLC ones. You can't get them unless you buy the packs. And I have all three. Actually, I have all DLC packs for this game because I love the game so much. But the point is, this is the first character you get at the start of the game. You don't have to do anything to unlock it. It's immediately there for you. This is my favorite character so far. This is my personal favorite right here. I can't say their name properly, but we just, me and my friends, if you've seen my last video, we call it the Wendigo. So, if you got any names for these guys, please let me know, as I really want to know what the nickname should be, because we have Wendigo for this fella, and I really want to know the other ones. If you got any suggestions. Anyway, let's begin with the first creature. So yeah, as you probably guessed what that video was, it was just to show you how the character uses their abilities, how you can use them basically. And yeah, that's basically what the other creatures will be, the other creature VOPs. They'll show you how their abilities work, how you can use them. And if you pay close attention, it'll also show you their cooldown. But cooldown can be changed because if you get the right totems, for my character, his cooldown, or her cooldown, sorry. It's very confusing considering my character doesn't look like a woman, but you have to pay close attention to the bio of the creature. But my creatures, well, okay, I'll probably explain this next video. It's probably better if I do that. Yeah, let's just get on the next one. Okay, that was my favorite character and the second creature. So, if you have any questions or thoughts, please leave them in the comments. But right now, we'll continue on with the third. So that was Darcy for you. We just call him Darcy. But if you guys, like I said, have a better nickname for these creatures, besides my Wendigo, I don't want to change that one, but still, if you have a good name for each of them, like a cool nickname, I'd appreciate it, and I'll use it. If I like it, that is. But Mogul, honestly, I hate this character. I won't lie, he has his uses, but his abilities are kinda, I don't know, to me they just seem lacking, and he's really slow. But he makes up for that with his other abilities, which is honestly makes sense, but still, it's really how you want to play the game that really matters. So, for me, this character is definitely my top favorite, because that's basically the character I like to use because of the way they play. So it's different for everyone. So, if you like any character so far, please let me know and tell me your favorite so far. But we're still not done, so you might still have someone else you might like. So let's continue on and see if you like Mogul. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Mogul. And now we're on to Subject 23. I'm just going to throw this out there, but this is a cool fact I learned reading the bio of Subject 23. But Subject 23 is an alien. Because with the other creatures, they're actually like supernatural creatures, but Subject 23 is actually an alien. Which is kind of sick. But still. Anyway, on to the next one, as I say. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Subject 23, yes. As my friend likes to say, he's shredded. And you can clearly tell why. But, now we're on to the 3 DLC characters that I still happen to have. My friend's favorite, the one I just told you about, who you all know as Mamigos, his favorite character is Lilith. Of course, me and him kind of liked Asteroth because they look badass, but Lilith definitely has some good abilities. They all have good abilities, it's really how you like to play that really determines whether or not they're good, I guess. I don't like to shit on other characters because they're all good in their own way, but personally, for me, the second character for creatures is mine. But anyway, enough talking, on to the next creature, Asteroth. Okay. You know, I just thought something. A while ago, me and my friend were like talking about Asteroth and saying how his abilities weren't that great. Like, his abilities are good, but not that great. Because his ability, that last ability you saw in his video, we were just saying, how does that really help? Like, it only makes them get to their objective fast. But I just thought this. They can't access their compass when they're in that state. Nor can they see properly. so it makes it harder for them to actually know where they're going or where they are when they when it's over. So it actually fucks them up really bad, especially considering they can't control their speed or where they're going. So yeah, that makes sense. Now Okiku, I can't say that name. It's a Japanese spirit, like my friend said. No, it's ghost. I'm not sure. It's basically a Japanese legend. My friend did research on it. He can tell you more if he was here and if he was talking right now. He can tell you the legend. But anyway, let's get into it. This one, at first, when you're going to see the stats on this one in my next video, you may be a little concerned and think this character's not all that lived up to. But appearances can be deceiving, especially with this character. So I would keep an open mind with this character. But like anyway, let's continue. That was Okiku. I don't know how to say the name. I do apologize for those who can say the name properly and who probably are ashamed of me right now. I do apologize. But anyway, on to Lilith. And Lilith, I have to say, her abilities are kind of cool. I'm just saying they're cool, but personally, I'm still going to go with my favorite. But still, I gotta admit, they're pretty sick. But anyway, enough talking. You probably want to know what they are so you can judge for yourself. So let's continue. That was Lilith, everyone. I hope you like these characters and the gameplay so far of this game. But if you want to see more, then let's continue. If you're not interested, then fuck off. No, I'm being serious. Actually, fuck off if you're not interested. I know I'm saying that bluntly, but the point is, I like this game, and if anyone's not interested at all, then just fuck off. It's that simple. I'm not gonna sugarcoat my words. I'm gonna say it straight and simple. Let's see. I ain't bringing all that to you. You guys already know some of this stuff. So, plus you can read, hopefully. If you care, that actually kind of makes me look an asshole. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. It might take long, but I'll try to sum it up a bit. Okay, so find the clues. You already know how to do that. You use a compass to find the nearest clue to you. Stay together. That's basically a Scooby-Doo fucking shit. You don't split up. I mean, you could try to split up if you think you're confident enough, but I've done it multiple times and I've survived long enough because I'm I pay attention. I pay attention to the sounds, the surroundings, but I usually do die. But still, splitting up is, as long as you have someone there to protect you if you get caught. But like I said, if you're alone, you're definitely fucked. You have a bad chance of being caught. But yeah, look back frequently. That's actually a good thing you should do. You should always check your corners and always check behind you because the creature could be right behind you, following you the whole time. You wouldn't even know it. Like my friends, Bezzy and Kibakami, they both, if you saw in my last video, they both walked down the fucking hallway that had two fucking, hallways leading off to the sides. I was walking one hallway down, and they didn't look to that side. They just kept going straight, not even look behind them or to the sides to make sure I wasn't hiding behind a corner. So that is one thing you shouldn't do in this game. You should never neglect the corner. The corners are very fucking dangerous. because one, you may stun them, but that doesn't actually guarantee victory in your case, because the creature can still grab you. You have to run away before they can grab you, and then those, because they're stunned, they'll teleport away after a few seconds, as it says there. But don't get crazy. Yeah, so don't stare at supernatural shit or the creature, because you'll start to lose your sanity, and if you keep losing your sanity, you'll have frequent panic attacks, which will actually hinder you. Monster tips: you have to, so for the compass, for them, it will help them find the nearest investigator to them. So the compass won't always lead the same way for everyone. So if you're an investigator and your investigator friend put theirs on and you put yours on, it won't actually lead to the same one, because since it's saying nearest, there could be a clue nearer to you than they are, or nearest to you than the one they're looking at. So you could literally potentially be looking at two different directions. So then you have to use your teamwork skills here to actually come up with who's going where, or if we're going after both of them, or if we're going after one of them. So you have to really think about that one. So avoid light. So flashlights and other sources of light will stun you or slow you. Flashlights will stun you, but other sources of light won't really stun you much. They'll just slow you a bit, I guess, unless you stand in them for a long period of time. I guess they might stun you. I haven't tested that. And try to be like clever with, like when you're trying to like hunt down an investigator. Try to wait for the perfect moment to get them. Don't try to go all out, because then you're just gonna lose. You have to plan your attacks, plan your opportunities, and if you don't find the opportunity, you make it. And that's where the abilities come in. They help you. They get the surprise on your opponents. Your powers will help you. And the idols also have passive effects to them that can help you as well. I'll get into idols later though. For now, let's continue. The goal of the game is for the monster to consume all the investigators. Investigators have to find multiple clues until they find the artifact, and then destroy the artifact, which allows them to win and banishes the creature. The clues. Okay, here's some of the clues. Tapes are the most common. They emit a distinct sound, which you've heard throughout the videos. Grimoires are very rare. Like you'll hardly find grimoires, chests, prisms, rifts. Tapes are the most common. Those other ones are very rare to find, but they are there, and you will find them mostly. Well, sometimes. I find grimoires are probably the most rare, because I hardly see them. But grimoires are basically like a different, like a certain group of grimoires that will spawn in a certain location area, but only one of them will be your clue. So you have to look through them, find them, but while you're doing that, the creature can sneak up on you while you're doing it. So as in, when you're picking up items, you have to be careful that the creature's not nearby, because while you're doing that, you're actually vulnerable to get grabbed. So chests can be unlocked by turning on the near switches, which means there'll be these sigils with markings on them that are on the chest, because there's 3 sigils on the front of the chest that will show the order in which you have to press the sigils. And you have to look around the area for those same sigils and click them. And the prism is basically like it's like a tower with a giant crystal in the middle of it. You just point your light at it and it will break, and then you get the clue. The more people pointing their lights at it, the faster it will break. Rifts are basically like demonic gates that you have to close by grabbing different like shards that have symbols on them. Blue symbols glowing. But yeah, the artifact, as I said, that's what it looks like. That's all the information you need to know. Oh, fucking hell. I don't think I can breathe them all out for you guys, but left stick is the move. Oh, left stick is the move. X is to interact. L2 is to sprint. Wait, is it the sprint? I'm confused. Oh yeah, it's the sprint. It's weird. Circle. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, fucking I'm so tired. But players, if you notice, like the Roman numeral, I guess. Yeah, Roman numeral. The line, the dash between the tips, like controls 1 and then it's controls 2. That's signifying what controls refer to what. So controls 1 is for investigators. Controls 2 is for creatures. So if you see 1, that's for investigators. 2 is for monsters or creatures. So yeah, sprint, circles to turn off your flashlight, and on. The creature actually has a hard time finding you when it's off, but it makes you slower. So you're putting yourself at risk, but at the same time you're keeping yourself safe. Square, you know what square does, but it also detects decoys. So decoys the creature makes. Triangle makes noise, which the creature can hear it and see you, but your investigator friends can find you easier that way. But it's a risk. It's a double-edged blade. You're helping your friends find you if they get lost, but you're also helping the creature find you quicker. So it's a race against time, basically. L1 is the username that you picked up. You can only have one item at a time. R1 is to throw light sticks that help basically tell you whether or not the creature's in the area, and they can light up an area. You long press R1 to drop them, not throw them. Stats. So speed is movement speed, you get that. Endurance is how much you can sprint before getting tired. And stealth affects the distance at which the creature can sense you. Basically, it's you know how you've noticed in the videos of the creatures, they have an outline for the people that they see. That's basically what that is. So if your stealth is really high, they won't be able to see you when they're like their senses will be fucked. And it reduces the duration of negative effects. Exploration increases your recharge time. What recharge time means is your abilities. That's what that is for them. You know my friend Seth, you all know him, he thought my creature's ability in the video was I could fucking slow down his compass. That was the funniest thing, but no, the reason was that because his character, I shall explain it when I go to the character section in my next video. Probably be best then, yeah. Sorry, I mean, it's probably best to tell that story then, because it kind of plays along with what I'm trying to tell you then. Flashlight basically affects the flashlight's range and battery life. So how far it can, like how far distance it can show you anything in front of it, but its battery life is also affected there. So if it's really good, if that set's really good, you can see farther and your battery will last longer. Bravery, now I don't get Bravery, but yeah, but Bravery is good, I guess. It helps when seeing paranormal events such as items or the creature. You don't lose that much sanity. Vitality affects the time you'll withstand a creature attack when it catches you. So basically what that means is the higher it is, because you probably noticed in my videos that there's like a bar that fills up, that's how long until they die. So if that vitality is high up, it takes longer for the creature to actually basically consume you. But each time they do it, it gets shorter and shorter until eventually you're instant down. Flashlights, range, battery life, spread, speed, stamina, stealth, and exploration. As you can see there, range is the range, battery life, you get that. Spread is basically, you know, the wide range of it. Speed, it modifies the, because remember how I said in the controls, pressing circle means that you turn it off and on, and if it's off you slow down. That's because the character can't see further, so with it on, it modifies their speed basically. Stamina modifies their base stamina. Stealth decreases distance at which the creature can spot you, and so on and so on. Batteries, you'll find them all over the map. They'll recharge your flashlight for you. Items, there's statues, which I have no clue how to pronounce that way. I'm just going to call them statues. When they're deployed, it kind of fucks up the creature's compass, so it basically means is they won't be able to find you. I think that's what it means. I'm not sure, I have never tested it, but that's what I'm assuming, at least. Either that, or it means the highlight. Basically, when the creature's close, they can see you through the walls and your highlight for them. I think that's probably what the statue does, or it could be basically where their compass is fucked up and they can't actually detect you properly. Medkit. Medkit can be used to heal against a creature's attack. So when a creature attacks, they have 3 chances, and the third try, when the creature grabs you the third time, you're done. But with my friend Bezzy's character he used once, it took 4 tries. But with a medkit, you can get extra life back, in other words. Incense tells you where the creature is in any direction. Or basically it highlights the creature for you, but only for a while. Transmitter will tell you where the nearest clue is by highlighting it for you. Painkillers will recover the sanity and increase their bravery for a while, so that way they won't lose sanity for a little bit. Energy bar increases their stamina, or you know, their endurance and speed for a while. Flashbang actually is really good because if it goes off and the creature's near it, when it goes off, it forces them to teleport away, so you don't actually have to use your flashlight. And controls for creature: move, summon idols, compass, and teleport. That's really it. Stats: horror. So this is how quickly the sanity, how investigators lose their sanity. This is how quickly they lose it. Idol influence. So basically, what that is idol effectiveness. So the detection distance and the horror intensity. So horror plays into horror stat, but detection, what that means is your idols can detect people who are near them for you. So if they glow with a blue highlight around them, it means someone's close by to them. And speed. So that increases your movement speed. Perception. It also helps with how far you see your... how far you see them, basically. How far you can see. How far you can detect them. Light resistance is basically how long until you get banished. If your resistance is really high, then you're not going to do much. And as you can clearly see, it's the first creature, and he's got weird ass looking skin on. You can get skins with characters, but they're not like actually just there for looks. They actually have effects to them, which is pretty cool in my part. So skill usage is how fast the characters power recharges their powers. Strength is how fast basically it decreases the time in which investigator is devoured. And you already know what light does. But if you don't, basically if a player gets caught by the creature, another player has to walk up and flash that light on the creature so that way they can save him. But, however, here's something my friends don't know that I haven't said yet. I have mentioned it, but I haven't briefly said it. I've said it in, I could say a riddle of words, but the point is I read this once and I thought, that's amazing. Because the creature's tolerance to light will raise the more it's banished. Or I should say, the more it's stunned, its tolerance for light will get stronger. So in other words, it will take longer each time, which means you have a limited time until you can win. It's basically a race against time. It really is, actually, because eventually they're going to get you, but still, it's a bigger race than against time. But as I told you, idols, you already know how they work. The hunt, that's basically what the game is. It's just everything you need to know. Ghosts, you already know what ghosts are. They move at a fast speed, sense. They also can banish idols for their friends, and they can summon spirit flames that are like lights for areas that keep the creature away. Well, slow them down, but still it helps. So split groups. Investigators get a penalty to bravery and exploration for every other alive investigator further than 20 meters. So that's why you don't split up with your friends unless you think you can take it. Unless you're willing to take the risk. The penalty you receive will be lower if your stealth is high. So yeah, high stealth, mate. Marks. Some powers and traits, for example, setting off traps, can put a mark on an investigator. What that means is some creatures have the ability to mark you, which highlights you. So regardless, you will not, even no matter where you are, they'll always see you for a limited amount of time. And auto balance, I like that. I like auto balance, but what it does is when you're in a game with 4 investigators and a creature, depending on the performance of each team, the game will actually help one team. So for say you're a newbie at being the creature or a newbie at being an investigators, and the creature's like a badass pro like I am, then the game will actually help you. It will increase your stats temporarily to help you. So it will choose who it believes needs help, and that, I honestly think that's cool. So every time you level up, you get new stuff, like unlock new skins, new flashlights, new idols, new creatures, everything you want. And then there's classic mode. Classic mode is basically from the first game, white noise online. So how it works is investigators get no compass, only light sticks, batteries, and only consumable items. And they can get increased flashlight battery. The creature has no power or compass, and the teleport is available still. Creature's power stat has effect over speed, perception, and idols. Strength stat has effect over light resistance and horror. Some traits are disabled. Only tapes, no special clues. So what that means is there's no grimoires, no rifts, no chests, nothing like that. And no tape. So this is basically Slenderman type. This is a Slenderman game. Or Slenderman mode. Basically what that means is when you get the 8 tapes, you win. That's it. So wait. Oh yeah. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, comment below if you have any questions. And if you guys feel like getting into this game, I would appreciate it greatly. And if you want to hit me up and play a game, I'm willing. I'll even play the investigator to start off with, because I don't want you guys to like get pissy with me if you do decide to play a game with me, or if you want to play a game with me, you know, to get the feel for the game. I'll even teach you how to play the game, if that's what you guys really want. But just hit me up. I'm Zero Joshua Gaming. That's my username on PlayStation if you got PlayStation. I don't have Xbox, sadly say, guys. But if you guys are really interested, please check out in the store. It's cheap. If you can't afford it, I will understand. If you don't want it, I'll still understand. If you found this video interesting, then thank you. I really say thank you for that. But if you are not watching this and you left early on, then thank you for respecting my opinion by choosing to leave. But if you chose to continue on, even regardless that you didn't find this interesting, then well, that's your own fucking fault now, isn't it, mate? But still, thank you, and like always, Zero Joshua Gaming,